Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I am Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Hey, guess what we're going to talk about today? Oh my gosh, yes we are. We're going to talk about forced reset triggers, because word on the street is that we're about to see a forced reset trigger that is meant for the AK platform. It has a lot of people really excited about it, and it got me wondering, what exactly is the law as it relates to that? Because some of you may be interested in complying with the law. Well, we're going to go back, we're going to go down memory lane a little bit. We're going to take a look at Operation Reticent Recall and the ATF's attempt to, of course, classify forced reset triggers standing alone as machine guns and where we sit today, so that if you are in fact interested in this new item, which appears to be coming to the marketplace soon, you will know how to do so legally. So today, let's spend a few minutes and let's talk about an FRT for the AK. What does the law say about that?
Therein lies why we say in the legal defense sector that we are the most value-centered, cost-effective legal defense in the space, and we are. There's no question. Now, again, I've said before, we've got great competitors out there. They have outstanding products. We admire them. They paved the way for us. You know, we analyze the folks out there that are doing the same thing we're doing, and we took some great ideas from them, and we went down a path of believing that we were going to do it with a service aspect, a servant's heart, and we have again. Our number one goal has been to serve others first in a way that the industry hasn't seen.
Right to bear, that's right. Legal protection for self-protection. Listen, good lawyers aren't cheap. Cheap lawyers aren't good. You're not truly prepared unless you have right to bear back you. You will always get an attorney-answered hotline, so you will always have a confidential phone call. There are no cap limits for either civil or criminal defense. This covers all forms of self-defense. So from a fist to a firearm, from a fat lip to a dead body, you are covered, and you will have some of the nation's most passionate 2A attorneys in your corner fighting for you. And right now, if you visit my friends at protectwithbear.com and you use the promo code WGL, you will receive 10% off. Listen, you need to protect yourself so that you can protect them. Visit my good friends at protectwithbear.com. Okay, America, here's what we're talking about today. We're talking about forced reset triggers. The word on the street is that there is at least one, if not multiple manufacturers that are about to release to the marketplace forced reset triggers that are designed for the AK platform. Now, this is not a plug for forced reset triggers. This is not someone out there saying, run out and buy any of these things, but it is a reminder that, hey, forced reset triggers have created an issue in the past as it relates to the ATF, and we probably ought to go back and refresh our memory as to where we currently sit with that rule and rulemaking order, as well as enforcement of the rule. The bottom line is currently, ATF's classification that forced reset triggers standing alone constitute machine guns has been shot out of the sky in the matter of National Association for Gun Rights v. Garland. This was filed in the United States District Court for the Northern District of Texas. There was much litigation that I will not bore you about, but ultimately the one court to hear this issue as it relates to forced reset triggers, absent another court in New York, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But the court here ruled as follows. The court vacates and sets aside defendant's unlawful classification of FRTs as machine gun. The court declares unlawful defendant's determination that FRTs are machine gun. The court enjoins defendants, along with their respective officers, agents, servants, and employees, from implementing or enforcing against the parties in this lawsuit in any civil or criminal manner described below the ATF's expanded definition of machine gun to FRTs that this court has determined is unlawful. Now, the question is are you covered by this ruling? There was a very expansive scope of individuals who were covered by this, and the court's specific order reads, the scope of this injunction covers the individual plaintiffs and their families, the organizational plaintiffs and their members, and the downstream customers of any commercial member of an organizational plaintiff, to the extent that it does not interfere with other courts, such as the Eastern District of New York's civil jurisdiction over the rare breed parties and other pending criminal cases against individuals already subject to prosecution. Okay, now I want you to pay careful attention to that, because what it says is the organizational plaintiffs and their members. Okay, so if you belong to one of the named organizations, but here's the deal, there's only two named organizations. One is, of course, the National Association for Gun Rights. If you are a member of that organization, you theoretically have injunctive relief at the current time. The other one is Texas Gun Rights, Inc. So if you are a member of that, you also have injunctive relief. Beyond that, those are the only two organizations in which current membership actually has injunctive relief at the current time. Now, there's more in the order, including, and the downstream customers of any commercial member of an organizational plaintiff. But understand that that's downstream commercial members. So this does not just encapsulate anybody who might sometime have a possibility of maybe doing business with NAGR or something like that. It theoretically would not cover you if you join NAGR right now, but it also then begs the question as, is the ATF actually enforcing this rule, or will they once these triggers come to market? And of course, a lot of that is going to depend on what happens this November in the election, because certainly there is going to be a change in the White House. If President Trump returns to the White House, we believe that the ATF is going to kind of go back into the garage for at least the next 4 years. Obviously, if the other outcome is what happens here, then yeah, buckle up, because the ATF is going to really, really ramp up their enforcement efforts. And despite the fact that this covers a large swath of people predominantly in the Northern District of Texas, it does not necessarily insulate all of you nationwide from this rulemaking order yet. Oh, and one final thing is yes, the United States government absolutely crapped their pants when the trial court granted summary judgment and enjoined the enforcement of the law. They asked for a stay of that injunction. That was thoroughly litigated as well. The judge says, no, I don't think so. So yes, the law remains enjoined for those people who fit within one of the named categories. Okay, the case, once again, if you want to geek out on it for yourself, is National Association for Gun Rights v. Garland. We're going to link it up down in the description box below. If you got any other questions about this or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now, but if you don't, that's okay. That information's down there in the description box. If you got an idea for a video we should be doing around here, let's hear about it. Click on that link right there and let us know. It's probably going to be better than any idea we come up with. If you just want to subscribe to our monthly newsletter, the ability on how to do all of that is right down there in the description box. And then finally, and most importantly, let's everyone remember that part of being the lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation and how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.